I've been really interested in the whole carbon problem since the 70s, and I've always hoped to be able to operate the campus as well as we want, but while emitting as little carbon as practical.
Well, I actually came to Olaf originally because of its sustainability programs. When I went on a tour, they were telling me that Regents, our science building, is one of the biggest LEED certified buildings in the US. So a lot of the energy is run on solar power and wind power already.
So we're always looking for ways to try to reduce the amount of carbon we're responsible for without increasing expense.
The power offsets the cost quicker now than it used to be. So a lot of people think solar panels are really super expensive, but they're actually getting cheaper and cheaper.
And ultimately, the Minnesota Community Solar Garden program is a way to get new clean generation constructed and online. And our subscriptions, what we pay for the subscriptions, actually finances the construction of the new generation. So that was our principal motivation. So we subscribe to the solar gardens that actually funds their construction, and it brings a lot of clean generation online.
I think that it's really cool that lately the St. Olaf has done this the carbon neutrality thing. It paid for, essentially what it did is it paid for a solar garden to be made that wasn't going to otherwise be built, and it kind of subsidized that in order to offset its carbon output in a way, because the power that we directly use is from fossil fuels, and so it's offsetting the carbon that way.
So we're actually subscribed, I think, to 14 different CSGs around the state, around the Dakota County, Scott County area, Rice County. And the total production that our subscriptions can be attributed to is about 14 million kilowatt hours, a little over 14 million, which is about equal to our purchase. It's a little bit more than our annual purchase.
I think it's cool because it's. So I lived in Arizona this summer, and every time I turn on the water or turn on the electricity, especially in the desert, I felt like a certain amount of guilt in a way, and knowing that sometimes when you turn on the power, at least part of that is sustainably sourced is kind of a good feeling to have.
At the end of the day, electricity and heat are really fundamental things for operating a place this size. We're about 2 million square feet, all kinds of space, and almost 2,900 students are living in college property. So we can have a great big impact on the local, regional, and even national biosphere. So if we can operate the place well, support the program, keep students safe and comfortable in housing and bed, all that, while emitting less carbon, it's just a big deal.
I think Minnesota's a good state for solar power because, it's not like Seattle where there's cloudy days for a majority of the year. Even in the wintertime, there's still a lot of sunny days where there's a lot of sunlight that gets us. So
I think it's a really good state for solar energy. There's a lot of sun in the summer, particularly. A lot of bright, sunny days. There's also, in the winter, there's a lot of snow. Minnesota is known for a lot of snow, and the light wavelengths bounce off the snow. So we'd still be getting quite a lot of sunlight based on how clear our skies are in the winter and how the light bounces off the snow.
But solar is actually pretty good. When the Department of Energy was researching sites for the solar lab that they ultimately built in Colorado, I think the University of Minnesota Rosemount, it's now Unimore Park, was the second site. Because we have a lot of high pressure in the winter, so blue skies. Even though we're relatively higher latitude, it was actually pretty productive in Minnesota.
I also know there's quite a few solar panel gardens in the cities, which is really super cool, and there's a ton of sustainable energy companies that are sprouting up all over the cities, and they're really trying hard to spread that throughout the whole state, and I definitely think it is achievable for Minnesota to be pretty sustainable.
I mean, there's like something like 315 or so watts of power hit every square meter of the atmosphere when the sun's irradiating it, and it's way more power than we could ever use, but we have to figure out how to efficiently convert it into electricity. But there's really exciting stuff happening with thermal solar. So people have figured out solar heated thermal reactors that will ultimately be able to convert atmospheric air into fuels, which is sort of stunning.
When I was younger, I tried to make kind of like a solar. It wasn't for electricity, but it was out of like aluminum cans that we painted black, and we were gonna use it because I saw like a video or something online. I was like excited about it, and it was this big production, like drilling holes and with like a drill press and all these cans. I mean, it's kind of dangerous with a drill press and a tiny little thin aluminum can, but we didn't actually finish the project. But in principle, it was a solar technology that could be used to heat homes even in places like Seattle. I mean, they advertised it for places like in Seattle, and it's the premise would be you'd put all these cans together in like an array and then hook up tubes on each end and have a fan go through it, and it could heat a house in the wintertime even in like Seattle.
So we just want to be always positioning ourselves to take advantage of these things as they come along. It's really the story of the solar garden participation.